2019. Well, my break is over. I hope that everybody has had a wonderful holiday season, and I have missed all of you tremendously. But as I said, I am back. It is January 8th as I promised, and this will be the first Talk Dragon Tuesday of 2019. And I'm super excited because it just happens to be falling in the time frame when the next release of Dragons comes out, and then of course when the Winterjol Season Atlas comes out as well. And I swear to you, this was not planned because I had no idea when this stuff would be released. I think back whenever I said I'm taking a break. Anyways, we'll go over the details of my break later, but let's go ahead and jump into today's video and discuss a little bit. Now, if you're new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button because we do everything from weekly videos, drawings, and even, beginner's guide videos, and even interviews with other War Dragon players. Now, when I say weekly drawings every week, you can check out my Talk Dragon Tuesday and find the details on how you can enter to win a $20 in-game pack. Now, whenever you enter, we'll actually have a drawing later in the week where I'll actually cut your name up, put it in a bowl, and I'll pull out your name one by one. There'll be one winner, and whoever's name I draw out will be the winner of that week's contest. Now, here's the thing, guys. The $20 in-game packs are not provided by me. That is a part of the perk of being a part of the Creators Faction is, having the ability to give your viewers and your subscribers a winner, a prize. So that is pretty cool that War Dragon supports the Creators Faction members in that way. Plus, they do give us a little bit of advance notice on some things. Now, please don't think that means a big advance notice. Like we see the dragons when you see the dragons, for example. But I do have some cool information for you guys that I think you'll want to stick around for. Now, it's no news for you guys because, of course, most people will announce this on Mondays, but the breeding event will go live tomorrow. I am super excited because I am right on that ledge of finally getting to my Obsidian Dragon. I'm not quite there yet. It's not going to happen in this event, but I'm hoping in the next breeding event it will. So, I don't know. I could just almost taste it, right? Whenever you get up on that tier and you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Anyways, hopefully you guys have your dragons to breedable because this last event was the breeding event. And of course, food is going to be quite scarce following something such as a breeding. So like I said, hopefully you got those dragons up to breedable so that you could get some things together. Now, if you don't already have a breeding plan together, be sure to just go into Google or go into War Dragons forums and put in breeding guide. There are plenty of different resources out there for you guys. Now, this week, not only do we have the Wave 2 of the Winterjol season, which is 2 dragons and a rider, which is the second season where they're bringing out a second mythic dragon, which this round is actually a sorcerer. But this is also the time where they're going to be releasing the Winterjol Atlas season. So there's a lot of information to go over, and I'm super excited about the Winterjol season personally, especially on the Atlas side. So we're going to go over some of the details on that here shortly. But before we do, let's go over my winter break so you guys can see what has been going on since I left you, because, there has been a lot that's happened. Well, the biggest reason I decided to take a break is because of number one, and I know I told you guys health, but it was actually mental health. I am literally living in the tundra. I live in Wisconsin currently. My husband's in the military, so we don't get to choose where we live. And without much sunlight, it's a huge challenge whenever you have vitamin D deficiency. And I've been so wrapped up in this game and playing this game and doing the YouTube videos that I didn't think to start taking my vitamin D so early. But winter came early, so did depression. So I ended up going into a deep depression, which, was extremely overwhelming, guys. It was really bad. But I'm better now. I feel so much better now that my vitamin D levels are up to normal, and I was able to take a break and just relax. So that is one of the things I want to tell you guys. This game is amazing, but don't let it prevent you from keeping up with your health. One of those things that I have done, just be sure to get out there and exercise, get out in the sun, whatever. Because I think the reason this hit me so early is because all summer I'm in the house, trapped playing the game, and then all fall the same thing. So when the winter did hit, I was already probably dealing with some deficiency and didn't even realize it. And then I just rock bottomed. So try to find a balance for you guys. I'm going to be hopefully finding a better balance for myself so that, I can enjoy the game much more. Now, I actually got some new players since I last saw you guys, and one of the new players we got is Green Starfire, who actually came to me from this channel, and I wanted to show off some of her artwork she did for us over the holiday season. Now, this first one is actually the little Christmas one she put together. If you notice on the left-hand side, there's this little miniature guy and his little uniform, or I'm sorry, his gear, or whatever you want to call it. His armor, that would be the word. That is actually our team logo. And our team logo is this because we have a guy on the team that you guys have heard me mention his name quite often, Kevin, who somehow became an elf. Like, we decided that he was an elf who bakes trees or cookies in the Keebler tree, and he works for Santa Claus. So she decided to take our logo and make it into something pretty cool. It's pretty awesome because not only did she turn, you know, him into such a Christmas icon, but she went into serious details. Look at this, guys. I mean, she's got on the tree, she's got the Winterjol season or sigils, she's got rubies and egg tokens, you know, the things we all want lots of. And then, of course, she's made his sword into a candy cane and the chocolate chip cookie with a bite out for the shield. And then she even made the chips look like RG. And then, of course, there's the snow dragon instead of a snowman on the right-hand side. And that's just a few of the details. I mean, there is so much detail into this. I just had to show it off because I thought it was gorgeous. And then, of course, she made one for everybody for the New Year's season I wanted to share with everyone as well, which is a beautiful image of a Happy New Year. What an artist, guys. Absolutely stunning. Now, the biggest reason I decided to take a break during the holiday season is so I could spend some time with my beautiful children. This is my daughters, Kirsten and Lindsay. I'm sure you recently saw the video of Lindsay playing her game Fortnite, which is a big cuss word in my house, where I basically messed with her the whole time because it was just fun. I could do it, right? Yeah, well, anyways, so we had a great time. We enjoyed our holidays as a family, and I really want to just reiterate, guys, this game is awesome. It really is. But be sure to spend time with your family and, you know, keep things balanced because, like I said, you know, it can cause things like depression. I have taken the game way too seriously over the year and a half that I've been playing. So it's time for balance, right? Oh, what's Christmas without presents, right? I wanted to show off one particular one that my daughter got me. It's this coffee cup. And inside of the coffee cup, there's these little creatures. And she got me one with the little dragon inside, and I loved it. And you can actually find this on Amazon if you guys are interested in buying one for yourself or someone you love. Now, speaking of gifts, now over a year ago, I actually started a project I used to do before War Dragons, and I really miss doing these. I used to restore furniture I'd find on the side of the road, or I'd find on really great deals, and I want to get back into that. But this last project, which you're seeing the pictures of right now of the demolition part of it, I gone over a year without getting it done. So my husband, I love him so much, decided the best Christmas present for me this year was to finish my project for me. I really do miss doing these, guys. But anyways, he really did a fantastic job finishing my project. Now, this is actually a sewing stand that opens up, and I really wanted a bar area for my dining room. So he did a fantastic job and made it absolutely stunning. I would like to do more videos on stuff like this eventually one day where we actually go through some of the projects we do, because we do some major overhauls. Something you guys would like to see, you know, periodically, something like a project, be sure to put that in the comment section below and be like, hey dude, I would love to see, you know, some of your projects that you guys do, and I'll be glad to upload some things. But let's go ahead and jump into a few of the other things, because there was some pretty exciting stuff that we did over the New Year's. Now, of course, we packed up the trunk, and this was a plan to escape Wisconsin to go down to Texas for the winter. However, if you guys are in Texas, you know that over the New Year's, it was not quite that warm. So we did end up driving through some ice on the way down, but along the way, I actually got to meet up with, you're not going to believe this, guys. This is so exciting because I got to meet up with the one and the only, that's right, Odin. So I know that a lot of people don't love Odin because he does have a lot of rant videos and he comes off as being negative sometimes, which, you know, I try to do the opposite on my channel. But this kid really loves War Dragons, and he really wants to see it succeed, and he doesn't want to lose out on the community that he has built around himself. So I completely get his passion. This kid really does care. Now, the cool thing is he has not only been, you know, a big voice for all of you, but he actually has helped me grow my channel. So he really is an asset to this channel as well. We don't really have a lot of ties within the game, but we do have a lot of fun on the outside when it comes to creating videos and collaborations and so forth. So that is pretty fun, and I really appreciate Odin taking the time to meet up with us. Maybe we'll see you again one day. I'm not sure. Anyways, so after we met up with Odin, we went to our final destination where we met up with Kevin. Now, Kevin is the guy I told you guys, I'm sorry, that I mention all the time here on my channel, who has been, you know, a very big supporter of mine since the very beginning. He is part of the reason that many of my strategies have come together the way they are. The reason I lead my team a certain way. You know, he gave me a lot of insights in the very beginning. Yes, I've tweaked and played with some of the ideas and made them my own, and then of course some things I've found out on my own. But this guy really has been there for me quite a bit. So we had to take a trip and go check out this very, very awesome friendship that my husband and I have created with him. So I know he's going to kill me, guys. Just the fact that I shared his picture alone is enough to have him kill me, just so you know. But then I also put his name with it. So yeah. Anyways, this is Kevin Durkin on the right-hand side. And then, of course, on the left-hand side of the picture is me and my husband. We went down and celebrated New Year's with him and hung out with him and really got to know him. It was very, very cool. And if you ever get the chance to meet someone within War Dragons, you know, of course, be careful because, you know, these people are online, they are on the internet, but it is a really cool experience to be able to find yourself face to face with those people you play with in the game every day. Now, speaking of which, I actually got to go, you know, hang out with my big brother for New Year's Eve. He's not my real big brother, but he's become my War Dragons big brother, which is Dunk. And of course, his counterpart, Lisa. They actually play together quite a bit in the game. And we had a blast. We ended up going live stream on my channel. Planned to go back whenever the ball was dropping, but completely lost track because that's how much we had been drinking. But we had fun. It was a blast. So thank you, Dunk, for, you know, having us in your home and letting us hang out with you guys and everyone else that was there on New Year's Eve, because it really was fun. And of course we had a nice delayed travel back, and because of that I didn't get to meet up with the last person I was going to meet up with, which was Cam. Now let's go ahead and jump into the real winter season that we want to be talking about, not necessarily the real depressing life of snow and, you know, traffic and all the things that we had to deal with on the way back. But Winterjol season is here, guys. Now, it's been here on the regular War Dragon side, but we are going into the next release, or the next set of prizes coming out, which is Wave 2 of Winterjol. Now, at the same time, we actually have Atlas, you know, Winterjol season coming in. So tomorrow, we're going to have the breeding event, but they're also going to be actually doing an update to War Dragons. Specifically, there's going to be a lot of changes that's coming into Atlas. Not a lot of changes, I'm sorry. It's a basic update. But the big change that's going to be coming with that is a new season. Now, if you don't know anything about the new season, then this is definitely the place to be, because we're going to be going over, you know, what you're going to be able to get over in the Atlas part. Is it worth it? Where you should spend your stuff? Because I've been testing some things out these past 2 seasons that I've been in there. Now, again, when I go through a lot of these details, guys, this doesn't make it gold. It's not set in stone. Whatever I tell you guys, I am somewhat new at Atlas. So this is just what my personal opinion is. You know, play your game your way. You know, absolutely your way. And then of course we're going to go over, you know, the Wave 2 dragons. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty excited about the spells now that I've seen the details on them, the exact details of each spell. But when they first released the dragons, they talked about the spells on their live stream. I was like, I was kind of disappointed. I mean, the mythics seemed okay, but, you know, after I've seen the actual details of these spells, dude, these dragons are beastly, specifically the mythic dragon. So I hope you guys are prepared for this. If you saved back sigils, awesome. Now, I ended up not even going for the mythic because, well, I needed a new, as I said before, a new backup dragon for my, you know, my autopilot dragon. So I ended up going with Hilder personally. Now, as usual, you're going to be able to get, you know, a rider in the Atlas season. Now, just like this past season that they did, whenever you unlock any of the, you know, any of the prizes, you're actually going to unlock the portrait for Kavana. Now, other things that you need to know, of course, within there is with the maintenance that they're going to be doing, there will be a few changes. For example, gold packs. Now, whenever you would go through and you collect the prizes and it would give you, let's say, 3 million, 4 million gold or whatever, and you could only hold a specific amount, or, I mean, there was even cases where you would get 20 million gold and you couldn't even hold that or whatever. It's actually going to be replaced with gold packs, just like whenever we get food packs or lumber packs on the regular side of War Dragon, so that you can actually split it up and use it and not waste it. So that is awesome. I think that's something a lot of us have been griping about. So I'm pretty excited to see this, you know, really change up, because I think that would be a big help. Now, they will, of course, have the elite gear as usual, which you can get, you know, the offense or defense. Now, if you'll look here, this time around, it's actually going to be a shield and a sword. Now, with that being said, you will be able to earn this for, you know, any of the 5 different elements there are, just like any other time. And then, of course, they are going to have their Primarch stat, where you're going to be able to have a buff on your Primarch. Now, if you don't know anything about those and you haven't collected them because you weren't sure about them, please know that, yes, it's going to give you a 25% boost on your attack and defense ratings on those Primarchs, but it only is during the duration of the season in order where you get that. So if it's something you want, definitely get that early on, because, you know, once the Winterjol season is gone, so is that buff. Now, the Dragon Rider Kavana is the Cloud Rider, and you're going to be able to unlock her with the blue, you know, Dragon Rider shards from the seasonal branch, but you're going to have to get every single one of them. And if you're new to Atlas, please know that, you know, that just unlocks this specific rider. You're still going to have to go out and earn XP on it. I'm sorry, glory points on it, and use regular shards in order to level it up, just like any Atlas rider itself. Now, she will be available to hire even after the Atlas Winterjol season ends, but you will have to have those blue rider shards. Now, of course, as I said before, you'll be able to receive the portrait. With the recent increase of troop regeneration rate and revival rates, players are gaining about, they say, 20% more glory on average. Since the season progression is directly tied to the glory earned, they're raising the cost of all seasonal branches by 10%, which I'm a little shocked by, because I feel like I'm losing more troops than ever. So for me, that just, it doesn't put a very good taste in my mouth. Anyways, so this particular season, it's going to be a castle ownership based leaderboard. Rounds and scoring will be based on that particularly, and it's actually going to be made up of 2-week rounds. At the end of each 2-week round, the leaderboard will be updated on victory points earned by each team based on the top 20 most valuable castles they own at the time. Now, if you're a low plat team, you're probably not going to ever see yourself in, you know, gaining a lot of prizes from these. Anyways, the victory points. At the start of each 2-week round, each castle will start with some victory points based on the region's high castle. Higher level castles are worth more victory points, of course. Now, every time its castle is conquered during a round, the victory points value will be reduced by a certain percentage. So, like, if you go out and you conquer one castle, the first time around, it's going to be worth 100%, then 90%, and then so forth, and it's just going to continue to, you know, go down. Now, defending your castle from conquerors is the best way to earn the most victory points. So, when people come after your castle, that is going to be a great way for you to sit there and defend against it, and if you win, you're going to be able to get some great points for your team. Now, I'm not really big on the Atlas seasonal part when it comes to team stuff because, well, like I said, we're not very high up there in our team, but there will be lots of prizes. If you want to see the prizes specifically, you can go over to wardragons.com. They actually have them all listed out there for you guys to see, because there's going to be a first place, second, third, and then there's going to be the one for 4th through 6th, 7th through 10th, 11th through 25th, and so on. But literally, it's only going to go down to the 500th place teams. So if you're not in that 500th, you know, top 500, you're not going to be able to gain anything. Now, another thing is, we all had this false sense that there was going to be new land coming. And I think it's because of a previous email that was put out by, I think it was Ariana, or maybe it was PG Crisis, I'm not for sure, where they said something about the skin not being available yet. And the way they said it in that, I think, caused some confusion. And that was the beginning of last season. So I thought a lot of people got confused and thought there was going to be, you know, a release of new land this round. There is nothing indicating that, guys. There's nothing indicating that gold leagues we're going to be bringing into this season. Unless it's going to be a surprise. I have no information on that. But we can only hope that maybe by next season it does become reality. I'm not for sure what the plan is. They may never even bring gold in. I mean, it really is hard to tell. Now, of course, there's going to be your normal fixes along with this update, including things like the big one, which is what I'm most excited about, is they're going to be making the team chat the default chat. So no longer will you be going directly into league chat, but you'll be going into team chat, which is pretty exciting. And then there's going to be some other bugs that they're going to be working on, including something like, I guess the Dragon Perch elemental damage reduction was not being applied to a tower. But the big one that's coming, of course, is the new spell, why do I say that weird? The new spell scaling will be introduced or brought in. This is something they talked back in November about. Anyways, they're going to be adding this to the game, where the spells are currently working off Dragon's base HP and base attack. Now will scale with the Dragon's modified HP. Now we will go over this, and attack. We will go over this, but I want to do that in a separate video after they've released it, because I really want to test this theory out, see if it's working, etc. But if you don't know much about this, be sure to go over to the forums, and you can literally just search spell scaling in order to find that information. Now, I do want to go over the Atlas chests and badges real quick with everyone. This is the opinion I was talking about earlier. This is seriously just my personal opinion, what I found to be most useful to me. This would honestly depend on how many diamonds you're earning or purchasing or whatever. But I have found my first season in Atlas, I would use my diamonds to only open the Atlas badge chests. And I'm sure there's videos out there telling you what the best thing is, but between the game and the videos I do, I just don't have time to watch anybody else's videos. So with that being said, I have found that, like I said, opening those Atlas badge chests, they're not worth it to me when it comes to the diamonds. I would prefer just to open the Atlas chests and get the goodies that help me with my prize points whenever it comes to the regular Atlas, events. So, little tip for you guys, every time you open those diamonds, you might want to think about where you open those chests at, because it's like, okay, I open this up and I'm getting maybe 1,000 Atlas badges and I'm barely getting enough to be able to collect my next prize. But when I open 10 Atlas chests, I'm getting like 20 times more the goodies just from that one chest. So I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. Wow, we already have 20 minutes in this video. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into the Winterjol Wave 2. Now, the dragon on the right is Surt, the dragon on the left is Jarl, and the rider in the center is actually Valkyrie. Now, in order to unlock Surt, which is your dragon to the right, which is a sorcerer with, believe it or not, 2 legs. He looks like a hunter. You're going to have to actually, not purchase, but you're going to have to actually attain the 2 prizes on the left, which is the rider and the legendary warrior dragon. And then this will allow you to actually work on Surt, because it is a mythic. Now, the mythic is coming with an extra stone, so it's a great discount for you to go ahead and grab that now. Now, Astrid is the rider of the season, and this rider is going to come with quite a bit of dragon attack and HP. If you'll notice here, the dragon attack first one is going to give you 3%, then you get another 3%, and then another 3% followed with a 5% dragon attack, as well as HP. So you're going to be able to choose also between ice, dark, or fire flak resist. Now, the other cool thing about this specific, rider and choices is, yes, granted, you have to get the gear as you collect it. However, in this particular situation, you're going to be able to choose between fire and earth gear. So make sure you know which ones you want before you go and choose. And there's, a screenshot, of course, of the stats. Now, Jarl is going to be your legendary dark warrior who comes with 4 spells. There's a Storm Shield, which is a white spell, Pillaging Flames, which is yellow, Regenerate, which is blue, and then the Fire Flak resist. So let's jump into the actual details on each spell. Now, the Storm Shield is a white spell with 2 rage, and it will activate a shield 115% of its max HP, and after 3.5 seconds, this will explode. So basically, it's like the explosive shield, because it's going to put 10% of the dragon's HP out as damage. So just like the explosive shield. Now, the Pillaging Flames is a passive yellow, so basically it's just going to increase the amount of flame it puts out by 20%, and it basically increases the damage in that sense. And you don't have to activate it because it is passive, and to me that spell's kind of boring, but most warriors are. Now, the Regenerate is a blue spell. We go over this, I swear, every season, because there's always something with Regenerate. which is a great spell because, guys, it's 0 rage. Now, the thing is, it is a blue spell, so you're going to have to be careful when you utilize it, but it's going to heal 31% of its max HP over a 2-second time frame, but it does have a 4-second cooldown. And last but not least, it does have Fire Flak Resist. And Fire Flaks are becoming more and more common, at least on the bases that I'm hitting. So this is a great resistance to have. Now, of course, this dragon's also going to come with runes for increasing regeneration. And then they're also going to, on the mythic glyph, it'll actually increase the warrior attack as well. And this dragon's going to come with some really cool portraits here, which is called the Viking Reaver. I can't show you the actual one, the 4th one that, you know, moves around, but it is a pretty sweet looking portrait. I think a lot of you guys will really appreciate. Now, Cert, if you've unlocked the other 2 that we just mentioned, which is the Dragon Jarl and the Rider, the Valkyrie, you're going to be able to collect Cert, which is a mythic fire sorcerer, which of course looks like a hunter. Now, I was super excited about Cert. I was hoping Cert was going to have that guardian on the front because, you know, like I said, once I get past my obsidian stone, my Equester's no good, and I love using dragons like Equester in order to back up other players. It's a great way to make it where you can multitask. But Cert is definitely not a weak dragon. Now, first of all, it does come with the Ragnarok Spell, which, yes, is a 3-rage red spell. And with this 3-rage spell, as they said, will create total devastation. Now, look at the numbers on this, guys. It's going to have 10,000% of its attack power and damage. So this is going to be basically a huge explosion in a whole area. But one of the big key factors on this that they didn't mention is it's going to give us back 15% of its max HP as health. So that is fantastic. Now, granted, it is a red 3-rage spell, which seems like a lot. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But the thing is, when you pair this up with the other spells that it has, like Incinerate and Burning Hatred, it really is going to be utilizable. For example, Incinerate, which is basically Spell Flux, is 2 rage spells. It will immediately deal 75% of the dragon's max HP to a random tower, and which I would think would be the red mage first. And at the same time, it's going to restore 20% of the dragon's max HP. Now, it does have a 6-second cooldown. However, again, if you can utilize this, take out your red mage, then you're going to have the ability to utilize, you know, your Ragnarok. Now, you can only hold 5 rage bars, so this would be exact. However, the Burning Hatred is a no rage, okay? As it's going to instantly restore 3 rage bars for you. So you can imagine you can use the Incinerate, which is the white spell, take out a red mage, click on that Burning Hatred, which is a white spell, and as it says, it will instantly restore 3 rage, and the dragon will heal 25% of its max HP on the next building destruction within 6 seconds. So what you do? Go back, click the Ragnarok spell, and bam! You're going to be able to get back all your health as well. Now, to top this baby off, it has an elemental resist, which means all of the elemental towers, including flax and beams, will be reduced by 50% on damage. So guys, this dragon is amazing. It's going to be a very strong dragon. I'm not going for it because I've not really had the time to really put in for this season. So maybe next season I'll go for my first mythic. But dude, this dragon will be a beast. Okay, so what we have been doing in our giveaways is you guys go down, click on the link, and in the link you guys put in your information. This was my way of protecting you guys from your information being connected to your YouTube channels or your YouTube accounts. But there's a lot of players that were missing out on it because they didn't understand those steps. So here's the new way. You're going to go to the very bottom of this video and you're going to comment your in-game name plus the answer to today's situation to be able to enter. And if you are not comfortable sharing your in-game name, just go ahead and put your, your YouTube username. And when we draw you, if your name is drawn out and it is a YouTube name, of course, make sure you contact me there afterwards so that I know that it's you specifically that won. And that way we can get that confirmed and get you in for your drawing. So everybody's going to be commenting with your in-game name or your YouTube name. And along with it, you're going to put what dragon you're going for this season. It is that simple. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. Later this week, we're going to be coming back with some of the old classic videos that you guys are used to. But I am looking for someone to do another Let's Talk Dragons with me. I've got quite a bit of openings because, like I said, I've been, taking some time to myself and spending time with the family. But there is a lot coming to the channel. I'm super excited to be back with you guys. And I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video and that you guys enjoy what's coming up later this week. And again, guys, if you're new to my channel, and this is literally your first time here, welcome and thank you for your support. Before you leave, don't forget to sign up for that giveaway. It doesn't matter if you're in my alliance, if you're in my team, whatever. Everybody is welcome because it is a fair, equal drawing that we do live here on my channel. Anyways, guys, don't forget before you leave to hit that subscribe button. And of course, don't forget to hit that little bell if you want notifications. You never know if I might go live. Anyways, guys, that is it for today. Happy hunting!